There is a planting window open right now that the seed company stopped advertising 2 months ago, and inside it are 7 specific vegetables capable of generating some of the most profitable harvests of your entire growing year. Not spring harvests, fall harvests. The ones that arrive in September, October, and November when farmers' market supply is thinned, when restaurant buyers are scrambling for fresh local product, and when the premium prices the market pays for quality produce are at their annual peak. The garden center has moved on to Halloween displays. The mainstream gardening content stopped talking about planting. And while everyone's attention is pointed somewhere else, the growers building real fall income are putting these 7 vegetables in the ground this week. Stay until vegetable 6. It is the one that generates wholesale volume at a demand window most market growers never thought to target. Drop your USDA zone in the comments, and let's get into it. The retail gardening calendar was built around spring sales, not around your fall income. August planting is not too late. For these 7 crops, it is exactly right. Every vegetable on this list establishes in August heat and earns in fall cool, when local supply thins and the market pays the most for what you grew. Vegetable 1, arugula. Arugula is the crop that restaurant buyers will contact you about before your first harvest lands, because the demand for fresh, locally grown peppery baby arugula in September and October consistently outpaces what most local growers bother to produce in August. Fresh arugula sells wholesale to restaurants for $6 to $10 per pound. At fall farmers markets, it commands $4 to $8 per quarter-pound bag, and a single 4x8 bed managed on a cut-and-come-again system produces 3 to 5 cuttings before the season ends. Per bed yield across a full fall season runs $120 to $350 from a crop that costs almost nothing in seed, asks almost nothing in inputs, and improves in quality with every degree the thermometer drops in September. What makes August the right planting moment is temperature sequencing. Arugula germinates quickly in warm August soil, 5 to 7 days, establishes through the tail end of summer, and then hits its flavor peak as temperatures cool in September. The peppery, complex bite that restaurant chefs specifically want becomes most pronounced in cool fall conditions. You are using August heat for germination speed, and fall cool for the flavor quality that justifies premium pricing. Direct sow broadcast style in August, 1/4 inch deep across wide rows. No thinning required for baby leaf production. Dense planting produces fine-stemmed, tender leaves that command full market pricing. Works in USDA zones 3 through 9. In zones 8 and 9, plant in late August, when evening temperatures begin to moderate. Pro tip: contact restaurant buyers now, before you plant. A chef who knows local arugula is coming in September will hold space in their produce budget for it. You are not selling arugula. You are selling a reliable local supply relationship. The arugula is just the introduction. Vegetable 2, radishes. Radishes are the fastest cash crop in August's planting window, 22 to 30 days from seed to harvest, which means a crop planted this week is on your market table before September ends. And the specific varieties that command premium fall pricing are not the standard red globe radishes sitting in every grocery store bin. Watermelon radishes, white-skinned with a brilliant magenta interior that stops customers cold when sliced at the market table, sell for $4 to $7 per pound at specialty grocers and farmers markets. French breakfast radishes command $3 to $5 per bunch on visual distinctiveness alone. A single 4x8 bed succession planted every 2 weeks through August generates continuous harvest through October at essentially zero input cost beyond seed. The critical August advantage for radishes is flavor. Radishes grown in summer heat turn pithy, hot, and unpleasant. They are a crop that heat ruins and cool perfects. An August planting matures in September and October cool, producing the crisp, sweet, mild roots that premium buyers pay for. You are timing the crop to the conditions that make it worth what the market will pay. Direct sow, 1/2 inch deep, 1 inch apart. Works in USDA zones 3 through 9. Succession plant every 14 days through mid-August for continuous fall supply without gaps. Pro tip: plant watermelon radishes specifically for the premium market channel. The magenta interior is a farmer's market visual asset. It draws customers from across the aisle, generates social media photos, and creates first-time buyers who return weekly. Standard red radishes compete on price. Watermelon radishes compete on experience. Vegetable 3, kale. Frost-sweetened kale harvested in October and November is a categorically superior product to anything grown in summer heat, and the market prices it that way. An August-planted kale crop is not just fall production. It is a quality upgrade that summer planting cannot replicate. Frost-sweetened kale at fall farmers markets commands $3 to $6 per bunch. Restaurant buyers sourcing local cooking greens for fall menus pay $5 to $8 per pound wholesale. A productive kale planting established in August continues yielding through December in zones 6 through 9 and well past first frost in zones 3 through 5 with minimal row cover protection, giving you one of the longest earning windows of any vegetable on this list. August planting works specifically because kale establishes aggressively in summer heat, builds a strong root system through September, and then transitions into its cold weather production phase that generates the sweetened, tender foliage that both restaurant buyers and market customers return for weekly. Transplant or direct sow in early August in zones 3 through 9. Lacinato dinosaur kale and red Russian are the market varieties, visually distinctive, culinarily preferred by restaurant buyers, and commanding premium pricing over standard curly types at every market channel. Pro tip: harvest outer leaves only, always leaving the central growing point completely intact. A well-managed kale plant established in August produces harvestable leaves continuously for 4 to 5 months. One planting, one bed, one season of continuous fall income. Vegetable 4. Beets. Beets are a dual-product August planting, the roots earning at premium fall market pricing and the greens simultaneously sellable as a separate cooking green product that most growers discard without understanding what they are leaving on the table. Fresh beet bunches with tops attached sell at farmers markets for $3 to $5 per bunch. Specialty varieties, Chioggia candy striped, golden yellow, Cylindra, command $4 to $7 per bunch on visual identity alone. A 50-row-foot planting yields 40 to 70 bunches at October harvest, generating $160 to $350 from a single August direct sowing that costs under $5 in seed. Beets tolerate August heat for establishment better than most root crops. They germinate reliably in warm soil and then size up through September cool. The 50 to 70-day maturity window puts an August planting squarely in the October fall premium market, with no competition from spring beet crops, which have long since been harvested and sold. Direct sow in August, half-inch deep, 1 inch apart. Soak seed in water for 24 hours before planting to accelerate germination in warm soil. Works in zones 3 through 9, thin to 3 to 4 inches once established. Pro tip: sell specialty varieties as mixed color bunches, 2 roots each of red, golden, and Chioggia, tied together and priced at $6 to $9 per bundle. The mixed bundle commands pricing that no single variety bunch matches and creates a market table visual that stops buyers mid-stride. 4 vegetables in, arugula building restaurant relationships before the harvest lands, radishes cycling cash in under 30 days, frost-sweetened kale earning through December, and beet bundles selling 2 products from 1 planting. Hit that subscribe button right now. It is free. It will always be free. And this channel is here every week for the grower who is done following the retail calendar and ready to follow the market one. Vegetable 6 is the game changer. Stay with me. Vegetable 5. Spinach. Spinach planted in August establishes during summer, warmth and peaks in September and October. Cool, when it becomes sweeter, more tender, and more marketable than anything shipped from a distance. And in October and November, locally grown fresh spinach is one of the only fresh salad greens still standing at most farmers markets. Fresh local spinach in fall commands $4 to $8 per quarter-pound bag at farmers markets and $5 to $9 per pound wholesale to restaurants. A 4x8 bed planted now and managed with cut-and-come-again harvesting produces 3 to 5 cuttings through November in zones 6 through 9, with total seasonal bed yield running $150 to $350 from a planting that costs pennies in seed. In zones 7 through 10, wait until late August when evening temperatures begin moderating. Spinach seed goes into thermal dormancy above 85 degrees Fahrenheit soil temperature and will not germinate reliably in peak August heat in southern climates. Sow in the evening, keep the seedbed consistently moist, and consider 30% shade cloth over the bed during the germination period to buffer soil surface temperatures. Zones 3 through 6. Plant freely throughout August without restriction. Bloomsdale, Long-Standing, and Space are the bolt-resistant varieties for this window. Bolt resistance is your most critical selection criterion. Not days to maturity, not leaf size. A spinach that bolts in September earns nothing. A spinach that holds through November earns at every market week through the season. Pro tip: mix spinach with arugula and mustard greens from this same August planting and sell as a premium fall salad blend at $8 to $14 per quarter-pound bag. Blended salad mixes command 2 to 3 times the per-pound price of any single green sold alone. Your packaging and positioning determine your price point as much as your product does. Vegetable 6. Napa cabbage. Here is the one. The crop that generates wholesale volume at a built-in peak demand window that most market growers completely ignore, because they have not connected the October and November Napa cabbage harvest to the annual kimchi making season that drives the highest single crop purchase volumes in Korean American grocery retail. Korean grocery stores move enormous volumes of Napa cabbage for kimchi production every October and November. Wholesale Napa cabbage at peak kimchi season demand commands $1.50 to $3 per pound for quality heads, with individual heads running 4 to 8 pounds at maturity. A 100-row foot planting yields 60 to 100 heads at harvest, representing 360 to 800 pounds of product at a wholesale value of $540 to $2,400 from a single August planting. That is not farmers market math. That is wholesale volume math, available to any grower with sufficient bed space and one phone call to a Korean or Asian grocery buyer made in August, before the harvest arrives. August planting hits the 70 to 85-day maturity window squarely in late October through November, aligned precisely with peak kimchi season purchasing. In zones 3 through 8, August direct sowing or transplanting is the correct window. In zones 9 and 10, wait until early September, when temperatures moderate sufficiently for reliable head formation. Napa cabbage planted in peak August heat in southern climates will bolt before heading if temperatures remain above 90 degrees Fahrenheit consistently. Direct sow or transplant in mid-August 12 to 18 inches apart. Rich, consistently moist soil. Side dress with compost at 4 weeks after transplant when heads begin to initiate. Full sun. Pro tip: call Korean grocery stores and Asian supermarkets in your area right now, before your crop is in the ground. Tell them you have locally grown Napa cabbage coming in October, and ask about their buying interest. These stores source from distant distributors out of necessity, because most local growers do not produce Napa cabbage at volume. Be the local option. The conversation is simpler than you think, and the standing wholesale order it produces is worth more than an entire season of farmers market Saturdays. Drop a yes in the comments if the kimchi season wholesale strategy was completely off your radar before today, because this single crop relationship can change what your October looks like financially. 6 vegetables in. Arugula earning at restaurant wholesale pricing. Radishes cycling cash before September ends. Frost-sweetened kale producing through December. Dual-product beet bundles selling color and greens simultaneously. Bolt-resistant spinach anchoring a premium fall salad blend. And Napa cabbage, the wholesale volume game-changer that most market growers never connected to the kimchi season demand window. If you are ready to treat August as a planting season rather than a waiting period, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is here every week with the market-grounded, season-specific knowledge that builds real fall income from August decisions. Vegetable 7 is the closer, the one that earns at the highest per-pound price on this entire list and produces through conditions that end every other crop on it. Vegetable 7, Claytonia/Miner's lettuce Claytonia, is the cool season salad green that grows through conditions that end every other crop on this list. In near-freezing temperatures, in partial shade, in the lean corners of the garden where nothing else produces reliably, and commands the highest per-pound pricing of any salad green available to the fall grower. Fresh Claytonia sells at farmers markets for $6 to $12 per quarter-pound bag. Restaurant buyers sourcing it for winter salad programs and high-end plating pay $10 to $16 per pound wholesale, making it one of the most premium salad crops available to the small acreage grower at any point in the season. And in November and December, when it is one of the only locally grown fresh salad crops still available in most American markets, the pricing is essentially uncontested. The timing for August planting is zone-specific and matters significantly. In zones 3 through 6, direct sow in late July through early August. Claytonia prefers soil temperatures below 70 degrees Fahrenheit for reliable germination, which arrives earlier in northern zones. In zones 7 through 9, sow in late August through early September, when soil temperatures begin to moderate from summer peaks. In zones 9 and 10, September through October is the correct window. August soil temperatures in these zones are too high for reliable Claytonia germination. Sow at the soil surface. Claytonia seed needs light for germination and should not be covered with soil. Mist to maintain surface moisture through the germination period. Partial shade is acceptable and often preferred during the establishment phase in warmer zones. Space is not required. Broadcast sowing produces the dense, fine-stem stand that cut-and-come-again harvesting requires. What makes Claytonia the premium closer on this list is the combination of its cold tolerance, its distinctive visual identity, and its October through February production window that no other salad green on this list matches. The small, round, succulent leaves, surrounding a delicate white flower in mature plants, create a presentation that no other salad green approaches in restaurant-grade visual appeal. Chefs who plate with it do not switch back to standard mesclun. Pro tip: position Claytonia as a premium winter salad green, not as a generic salad mix addition, when approaching restaurant buyers. The name, the story, used by California gold rush miners as a vitamin C source during winter months, and the distinctive visual identity of the mature perfoliate leaf are marketing assets that support and justify the premium price point. The story is part of what you are selling alongside the green. Tell it every time. Which of these 7 vegetables are you planting this week? Drop it in the comments. And if your zone affects timing on any of these, drop the zone and the crop, and I will give you the specific window in the replies. If you are looking at your garden in August, thinking the productive season is behind you, thinking the real harvests are already in, and the real work now is preserving and putting things away, the growers building real fall income were looking at this same month completely differently. They were seeing arugula establishing in August, warmth to peak in September cool, radishes cycling through market tables before September ends, kale sweetening with every October frost, while the table next to them has nothing. Napa cabbage, lined up with a kimchi season wholesale window worth thousands from a single planting. And Claytonia, earning the highest per-pound salad pricing on the entire list, producing through November and December, when it is one of the only locally grown fresh greens still standing in any market. 7 decisions, 7 August plantings. A fall season that looks completely different from the one you would have had if you waited until next March to think about any of this. The window is open right now. Not next week. This week. This channel is free. It is here every single week. It is built for the grower, who is done letting August pass and ready to treat it as the second planting season it actually is. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Drop your zone and your first August planting in the comments. And go outside while the ground is still warm and the window is still open. I'll see you in the next one.